Hello everybody, this is Mark at M7 Speed in Mooresville, North Carolina. Today we're going to show you a little bit about our C-Wing. C-Wing fits both the R53 and R56 hatchback minis. It's actually very functional, creates downforce for your car, looks really cool, really unique. And we have a Wing Warrior Club you can become a member of once you have a C-Wing installed on your Mini. Basically the C-Wing comes with four basic parts. You have your base, which replaces the stock factory spoiler on your hatch. This is the M7 version. It's fiberglass. It's white gel coated. Now this needs to be painted when you get it. It comes pretty much ready to paint, but it's going to need a little final sanding and finishing. Paint it your color. And then we also have the actual airfoil section. You can see the end, it's a true airfoil. This also is fiberglass gel coated and will need to be painted to however you want to do it. The C-Wing is also optional with different end plates. You have your basic original C end plate, which is modeled after the competition wing from Europe. And then we also have the new P end plate here, as you can see on this wing. This was designed by Murray Pfaff, who also was the creator of Alter Ego, our project car. So we have the P-Wing or the C-Wing end plates. There's no additional charge for either one. This is the completely assembled wing. Now this has been painted flat black, and this is the one we're going to install today. The customer wanted flat black, so that's what we've done. So stay tuned and we'll show you how this works. The first step we have to do, now this is an R53, there's two bolts that hold the factory spoiler in place. On R56 there'll be 5. But you just basically open your hatch, there's little plastic plugs here. Simply just pop those out and keep them, don't lose them. And then you get in here with a 10mm socket and simply remove the nut holding the spoiler in place. Okay, now we've already removed the 2 nuts from the inside that hold the factory spoiler in place. Next thing we want to do is remove this piece of drip rail or trim. It simply snaps in, snaps out. Just grab one end and gently pull it, and it'll unclip from the car. Set this to the side to put it back on when we're done. The next thing you want to do is use heavy masking tape or duct tape or gaffer's tape and tape around the outside where the spoiler meets the hatch and the roof, because we're going to have to cut through the tape. There's heavy duty, what they call VHB tape, very high bond tape, that holds this in place besides the 2 small screws. So the next thing we're going to show you is how to cut through that tape using stainless steel wire and a couple pair of vice grips. So again, the tape here is to protect your paint so you keep your Mini looking great. Okay, so to cut through the tape that holds the factory spoiler on, we've improvised this little tool. It's made with 30 thousandths diameter stainless steel safety wire that you can get from your buddies who race, or a speed shop, or even a hardware store will sell stainless steel wire. You try heavy duty fishing line, that also works. And 2 small pair of vice grips, clamp the wire at each end, give yourself 10-12 inches to work with here. And it's used like a knife to cut through the tape. So basically you just start, you get the wire worked underneath the spoiler and the hatch, and basically work it back and forth, cutting through the tape. And you can feel it start to cut through, as you can see, and the tape is spotted all the way around, so you got to go all the way around where the bolt is, which is about here, to cut that tape. And once it gets cut through, you'll know it, the spoiler loosens up. So the good thing to do here is just be nice and methodical. Don't try to go too fast. You got to pull pretty hard to cut through it, but go back and forth like a saw and work around. Just visualize where that screw is. And, that's it. Okay, now we've removed the factory spoiler. Here it is here, and you can see the tape that we cut through right here. So it gives you an idea about the area you have to cut through. But it took literally 2 minutes to do that. So keep this, put it to the side for future use if you want to ever sell the car, or trade it in, or sell it. So here's the wing base we're going to install in the car. Now this has already been painted, but the first thing you want to do once you remove your spoilers, test fit this to the car. It should fit no problem, but just in case, before you spend money painting, you want to make sure that it fits the car. But 99% positive it'll fit your car. So now that the wing's been painted by your body shop, or you can do it at home, the next step is we have to install the VHB tape, just like the factory spoiler had, but we use it a little bit different. In the install instructions, it shows you very clearly where to put it. So basically it's just unroll, we pre-cut it to length for you. This is very sticky stuff, so have patience, but make sure your hands are clean and place it per the instructions approximately. And so we do that 5 places on the R53. Now on the R56 you don't use VHB tape, use silicone caulk, but that's a different video for a different day. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to put the activator for the VHB tape onto the hatch. First I wipe down the hatch with some Windex or some general purpose cleaners to get the road dirt and that. If you have grease and wax remover, that'd be good too. You know, wipe it down the best you can. Simply open the packet. There's a little towelette in here. It's a little foam deal, and you got a couple minutes to work with it. So just general area where the tape's going to contact the hatch. I like to do the whole area, that way you know you got it all. Just wipe this activator on the hatch. It will not harm your paint, but it will create the proper chemical reaction when the tape contacts the hatch. So that's basically it. Okay, so now we prepped our the hatch with the 3M activator. We have our 3M tape on our wing base, and we pulled the red protective covers off the tape. So it's all set to place now. So now just a word of caution, you have one shot at this. So you want to make sure it's in the right spot before the tape contacts the hatch, or you'll have to cut through the tape again like we did before and start over. So basically, locate your base on your hatch, get the 2 studs started in the factory holes. Now what I like to do is pull down to the back so that it's all the way back to give you as much clearance as you can on the front. So once the studs are in place and you got this pulled back, simply push down and press in place. Now that noise you heard was just the studs, it caught the edge of the hole a little bit, but it's no big deal. That's it. Basically, that's on. That's not going anywhere. And we still got to put the nuts on the back side. Okay, now we have our base installed. We got our 2 nuts put in and torqued to the right torque value, and now it's time to put the end plates on, either the P end plates or the C end plates. Very simple. We recommend you start in the middle position. There's 3 positions for the lower and upper wing. The more angle you have in the wing, the more downforce you'll create for track days, but it also creates more drag, which kills your miles per gallon on the highway. So if you're running down the highway a lot, we recommend you keep the wing trimmed out as flat as you can get it, just for mileage. But when you get to track days and you want to create some real downforce, just angle the wings up and they'll create, you'll feel it too. So basically just install the screws that are supplied, stainless steel button heads in the middle hole. These will thread right in. Now this is all fiberglass, so you really got to be careful on how tight you make this. We recommend everything at 30 inch-pounds, and I'll go ahead and torque everything when I'm all done. So I have the 2 end plates installed, and the last step here is to install the actual airfoil. So the airfoil has a raised trailing edge that goes to the back of the car. We recommend you just grab some screws. Also start this in the middle hole. You can drop it down more if you want for highway uses, we recommend, but just get the holes lined up here. Start your first screw. Okay, so now we got our airfoil installed. We're in the We're in the front hole, there's only one hole, but the back we're going to actually put in the bottom hole for highway use here. So basically we're just going to tighten these down, and when I'm all, as I said before, when we're all done, we're going to go ahead and tighten everything to 30 inch-pounds with a torque wrench. And that's basically it. That's how you install M7 Seawing. It should take you no more than an hour if you have everything you need at hand. And it's a great looking piece. We hope you visit our website and buy one, www.m7speed.com. Thank you.